In the last part of this training session, we will focus on the advanced mechanism proposed by Tapestry. So first, we will see how can we use Tapestry with JavaScript. Tapestry includes JavaScript support based on the prototype and JavaScriptAjax frameworks. It will automatically load some JS files, for example prototype.js, JavaScriptAjax.js, and effect.js, and the Tapestry.js file tapestry.js. We can implement our own Ajax functionalities by using the mixin mechanism. We will see an example later. If you want to provide some JavaScript behavior in your pages or components, we have to use the render support service in your Java class. The @environmental annotation only works inside components. It is better to use it to inform that the render support objects are only available for the rendering type requests. The render support object gives to us an access to some very interesting methods. For example, the add_script_link method will add a script tag to the head part of your page. We just have to specify which JS file you need by instantiate an asset object, for example. Another possibility for adding a script to your page is to use the @include JavaScript library annotation. You have to put it at the top of your class. In this example, we have a component, my component, that needs the drag-drop.js file. We just have to annotate the class with this annotation and specify the path of the JS file. The Tapestry script is a Tapestry constant. You can declare your own constant in your IOC module and use it in the same way. The add_script method allows us to add some JavaScript initialization code. It will put this code at the end of your HTML document and executed it at the window onload event. A mixin is a particular type of component. With a mixin, you can add some behavior to an existing component. In this slide, we have an example with the autocomplete mixin already packaged in the Tapestry framework. But you can create your own mixin and put them in the mixins package. For example, the autocomplete mixin is useful to allow a text field to query the server for completion mechanism. Autocomplete can be added to an existing text field by using the tmixins parameter. When the user types some data in the field, the client-side JavaScript will send a request to the user server to get completions. You have to write a method catching the provide completions event, and this method will take one parameter, the partial input value. The autocomplete mixin has some configuration parameters: the frequency at which the field's content is checked, and min_chars, the minimum number of characters before sending the first Ajax request. You can also customize your autocomplete by using these CSS classes. The zone component is used for partial refresh of your page. It manages a div tag associated to a tzone CSS class. In many situations, a zone is a kind of container. You can specify a part of this container as being the element to refresh by creating a div element with the tZoneUpdate class. If this element exists in a zone component, Tapestry will update only this part of the zone. Tapestry zone component has some default configuration parameters that you can override. A zone is visible by default, but you can change it with the visible parameter. The show method is called after the zone has been updated. You can use the show parameter to change the name of this method. Finally, when the zone is updated, Tapestry will use the highlight effect. In this case, it is the update parameter that will be interesting. For example, you can use the show, fade, slide down, or slide up effects. A zone component can be updated via an event link, action link, or form component. They support a zone parameter corresponding to the ID of the zone you want to update. The action method will be identical to a standard action method, just the return value will change. Some of your users do not have JavaScript enabled in their browser. To develop a degraded mode, you should detect that case and refresh all the page. You just have to use the X HRIM method of the request object. This method returns a Boolean value.